with me, kind of. All right.
I sent out the minutes
Sent out-
for
Yep.
September 5th. Did anybody read it?
Yep. Looks good.
September 12th also. Let's do them both at once.
Nope, you gotta do them separately. September 5th, can I have a motion to accept the minutes from September 5th?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Approved. Okay.
the minutes from September 12th. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approved.
Aye, me,
Okay.
everybody.
So-
One abstain. I learned how to spell
Okay,
that.
treasurer's report. We've gotten vendor receipts in, so we are, the account balance is climbing up. We're gonna be spending it, but it's actually pretty good right now. We're at about $25,000.
I can't put about.
Okay. I have some receipts for things that we're gonna spend, so a signature on that would work. It's for some banners that we purchased for the administration tent. These have paper versions. We purchased some banners for that, and we're paying the electric bill for the panel.
Really? You should be a doctor, look at that.
Okay,
Seriously?
let's talk
Not my
about
best.
the venue, parking, street closings, and all of that stuff. I
Hold
gotta-
on, you're really going really fast and I can only write so fast.
Okay.
Thank you, done.
Well, I was trying to move it along.
I know.
All
I
right.
do have a question about vendors, but, okay.
Okay,
You have a
well,
question
we
about
haven't got the
vendors, it's your
vendors.
thing.
We're working on the street closures and stuff first.
Okay, go.
Got an email from the chief today that told me,
Which chief?
oh, the police chief, that
Yeah.
told me that the signs are up on 146, Route 16, and
Yes.
395, saying that Route 16 is closed.
To TTs.
Huh?
To TTs.
Yeah. All right, so those signs have been deployed today. He also said that they were in town. I didn't see the ones in town because I didn't look for them. But, okay, so they've all been deployed. Mary has, last Saturday, sat and done a truck survey, and she called a good portion of the trucks that trucking companies, telling them that we were closed. We've given a copy of that to the police chief for him to review, and then we're not sure if he's gonna call the remaining ones, or we're gonna do that, but somebody's gonna do it. The police chief also put on Facebook, the whole, traffic handling agenda, I guess. I don't know if you saw it. I shared it with
I-
Dynamic Douglas.
I shared it with Dynamic Douglas.
Yeah, me too. So it's shared with the Dynamic Douglas 4 or 5 times.
Well, there's more than that, so if I can figure out how to do the link, I belong to Sutton, Uxbridge, and the other ones in Douglas, so we need to share them on all of them.
I don't belong to the other ones in Douglas, but I plan on hitting the surrounding towns.
Oh, good, you do
tonight.
that.
Are there any, there aren't any local newspapers coming out within the next week or so that we put that in?
I'm gonna hopefully do a press release tomorrow after we have
All
our
right.
meeting tonight.
Can you copy the street stuff and put that in there too?
I'll put something like, see our website.
Okay,
Liam, or John, can you put the traffic stuff on the website? Or can you ask Luke to do it?
What am I putting on the website?
It was the email that came from the chief. I don't know
Yep.
if you got it today as well.
Yep, I can do that.
cool.
Is that
Um,
my truck buddy with you, John?
He just went, oh. And now he's hiding under the desk. Do you want to say hi, Luke? Say hi to everybody. No, now he's shy. He cleaned
That's
up.
okay, he's my truck buddy.
Okay, for Hayride, we did get a final agreement by Whittier Farms. They're gonna do a hayride up to the schools. Then they're gonna charge us a $600 fee for that, mostly because of the added insurance that he's required to take out.
He did say it was a $1,200 fee, and their donation is the $600, and we would have to pay the differential.
Yeah.
Is that the right word?
All right, so we've agreed to go along with that.
Very.
Tony, about that?
What was that?
We were going to ask them for corn stalks, but seeing as though they're doing that, we should probably just buy corn stalks from them, right?
I would ask anyway,
We
doesn't
would
hurt to ask.
Anyway, and actually, we're still working the idea that we can put some farmer's market type stuff up at the schools.
I think that's been,
Approved,
yeah, so.
yeah. Keith had reached out to the superintendent, and the superintendent was agreeable.
For what?
For us to put up, like, the cow petting or something, and maybe even a farmer's market and stuff up at the school, which would make people want to ride the hayride to go up there and see it.
So coming back to corn stalks, do you want to ask them, since you coordinated the hayride?
Yes, so what I will do is I will ask them to contribute, if they can, corn stalks. What else do we want from them?
If they have any pumpkins that might be slightly damaged that they cannot sell, but we can just turn for decorations.
Pumpkins for decoration, right?
Yeah, they have corn stalks and they have pumpkins. The corn stalks are 20 to a bundle. I think they gave us like maybe 4 bundles, 6 bundles, something like that last year.
Yep.
2 years ago. And then if they could also just deliver them, because they're bringing the tractor anyway. That would be,
Yeah, they could just throw them on top of the hay wagon to bring them in.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
that works. Okay, so I will call them and work out and see if I can get them to donate that stuff. I'll also see if we can have them, if they're interested in setting up, like maybe a farmer's market type table up there and sell some of their stuff, or at least advertise their stuff, right? Then, I guess,
Let me know the answer on that, like, right away, because
Yes.
if you want to put that in the press release.
okay, I will reach out to them tomorrow.
As well as
Um,
the cow petting people.
So that means that we, at the very least, can put the cow petting thing up there. So Mary, do you want me to reach out to the cow petting people too?
Yes, please, you can send them the vendor form.
Yep. And then we can tell them that they can do their meat freezer, yes or no.
We had decided last time they would have to use a generator.
Yeah, they'll have to plug it in with a generator, their freezer, which I'm sure they can do. But they'll have to get a Board of Health thing. Okay,
Would they?
I think so, it's food, whether it's frozen or not. I just don't want to be responsible, so we'll let the Board of Health
We'll
take
consult
that.
with the Board of Health and see if they require anything,
Okay.
okay?
Because it seems like they're selling food, not serving food.
Yeah, but I still don't want to be responsible,
Yeah,
so,
but it's gotta be kept frozen and, there's
Yeah.
rules. Yeah,
No,
so
I get it. Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm not sure.
I just wanna make sure we comply. I don't wanna do it without having the Board of Health know that it's going on. All right, so, okay. That's parking, that's hayride. We're gonna have to reach out to, Soldiers Field people and see if they're on board and they're all set and if they need anything or if there are questions. All right? Okay, vendors, unless somebody's got anything else about traffic.
I don't think I have anything about traffic. Vendors, we are up to 106 at the moment. I do have a question on one of these vendors. I'm a little confused. They did not send the check that has to go to the Board of Health. And the concern I have is there a Tai Chi place? Thai food? They're going to have Thai tea, green tea, some tea with boba in it. And then the part,
Bubble tea.
Yeah, well, you know what it is, I have no idea. The part that concerns me is they want to have grilled chicken, they have spicy or not, and however they want to serve it, but they have with peanut sauce, and the chicken is grilled to perfection, packaged inside the container, which is disposable. Peanut sauce will be adding when customer order. The peanut sauce makes me extremely nervous because there's a lot of people allergic to peanut. So I am not gonna sign on this until I talk to the Board of Health and see their thoughts, because that would have to be, they would have to really be on top of this, but if someone buys it and it's peanut sauce and puts it down and someone touches it, the whole thing just makes me extremely nervous.
Okay, so what we do on that is we, just like the other one, we consult with the Board of Health and figure out how we want to handle that vendor.
Yep, I'm letting the Board of Health handle that, and I'm going to stress that peanut allergy, I really wish they could do something besides peanut, so I will work with them on that, and I will work with the Board of Health.
Okay. I don't, on vendors, oh, we got a German food vendor.
Wait a minute.
Okay. No time like the present.
Yeah.
Where are you putting them?
We're gonna put them, well, actually, I was on the phone with the junk store. This is some.
It's 88's in Webster.
Yeah,
Oh, 88's is gonna do it?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
They're gonna do food for the junk store. They're kinda doing it for them. And then they're gonna be in that little alcove, beer garden, little alcove right there next to their kitchen. We're gonna
Yeah.
have another cafe set up on the right-hand side that's gonna be doing German food,
Okay.
okay?
Where's good stuff?
That's gonna be near, right before Ray's French Fries.
Okay. I thought we had something else that was going near the beer garden for food.
It was them, it was 88's, and they were coming up with a menu.
Originally, they wanted to do pulled pork, but we already got, good stuff doing.
Yeah.
So,
They tried again, and we firmly said no, and we explained why we do that. One type of food per one person, and because it just doesn't make any sense to have everyone selling hamburgers. And we explained why. So they understood that, and the jank store understands that now. And what did it was beer bratwurst, beer battered.
Battered bratwurst.
yeah, beer battered bratwurst. And then they were gonna do German chocolate cake and some other German dessert and some other German thing. So,
German chocolate cake and some drinks. So I sent them the vendor form, waiting to get that back.
Non-alcoholic drinks, right?
non-alcoholic drinks.
Yeah. There's only one place selling alcohol, and that is the beer garden. I think that's all I have.
Okay. Entertainment.
Locked and loaded. Gonna finalize contracts tomorrow, and I'll get you the schedule. As far as like main stage and beer garden, I don't know how John's making out on the other stuff. But he is here on phone, so I guess he can tell us.
Yeah, I'm close to wrapping up the stages, trying to backfill a couple spots. I think one of the things that Keith and I mean, we can talk about this more kind of in post, but one of the things Keith and I are realizing as we have done this work for a number of years is that people don't want to play for no money anymore.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, no, seriously, like, I'm even trying to get a high school band to come play, and they're like, $75 is not enough. So it's something to think about, but music is costing more. Entertainment's just costing more to do.
Okay.
Sponsors, go get them, just not ours. I mean, I don't know what else to say, because that's my thoughts. We usually have to go after sponsors to cover everything else.
Well, we're gonna have to start making use of the cultural council funds, because because we can, you know, we can apply to them and get money that we can use for entertainment. So,
Yeah, we did. We are this year, right? We've got that guy, Matt York, I think is his name, who's
Yeah.
playing a double set for us. So we are, and we've intentionally, designed our events so that we are increasing our revenue so we can afford more things and afford more entertainment. But it is just something to be aware of that people want to get paid.
They can get paid as much as I do. And if I get a raise, they can have one.
we don't get paid. Do we get paid?
Unfortunately, we won't have entertainment at that point.
Did I miss the paychecks?
Yeah, yours looks like mine.
Okay, we get it. We get it.
But work on getting you contracts and bios and pics this week.
Yes, because I would like to get the program completed. All
I
right.
can send you. I'll send you a schedule, Tony, of what we have so far, so at least you can get going with the program.
Yeah, now we can start drafting it up.
How we doing with Dance Sensations?
The what?
How are we doing with Dance Sensations?
Yeah, good. They should be fine. We're gonna do Happy, the song Happy.
What time are we doing that?
The parade's at 11:30.
Okay.
Amy took care of the music. It's been put together, spliced, so it's longer. I have been hounding the drama coordinator at FHS,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got one person lined up for the puppets.
Okay.
He kept telling me, I'll get you 8 to 10, no problem. And he's got me one. So I'll give him till the end of this week, and then I guess we kind of need to know by then.
Yeah.
And then we can make a decision about that portion of the parade at least.
All right.
Unless you want to start lining up backups.
Well,
The drama people was my...
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the drama people doing it.
me too.
Yeah. Because, at this late in the game, for me to put backups in there, that means I'm pulling them from someplace else.
Yep,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, let me give one last push for him this week, and then we'll see what we hear by the end of the week.
What school are we talking?
Mine.
Yeah.
Yours. Would it help if they had a puppet so they could see it and then some of the kids might get excited?
No, kids don't get excited.
They don't get excited.
If you want to send me what you're looking for, I can send it to the WCS drama people.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, do you want me to email it to you, Keith?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll make any headway, but I can certainly try.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else on entertainment?
I have had no luck with a living statue. Our original contact still doesn't live back in the area. The follow-up that she sent me never reached back out to me, the one we had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Keith sent me a contact, and they are extremely expensive.
What does that mean?
Their stuff looks wonderful, but it's extremely expensive. And then there's a website called like Gig Daddy or something, Gig Salad. I put out a request there and haven't heard back from anybody. So I'm really struggling to find a living statue.
Any thoughts of replacing it with something else?
Just late in the
Yeah,
game.
I mean, Yeah, absolutely. I just don't know what, because it's not really anything that lives on a stage and takes up a slot. It just lives on the street all day.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. I can't. I haven't had any luck finding anyone in this area, which is shocking because those people are like everywhere in the city on Faneuil Hall.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
I got a little good news for you, Mary.
Oh, please tell me.
The marching band is going to march.
And play?
No, they're just gonna march. Instruments.
Well, all I asked for was a drummer, but okay. Nice. It's just a great ending to the day, and people line up to see it, so it's really nice.
I agree.
They're marching and playing.
Okay.
Good job, Keith.
I'm not marching.
I'm still busy.
I'm just relaying the good news.
I'm-
Okay. Anything else for entertainment?
How are we making out in the dog races, John?
I status quo as far as I know. I think Ron went on vacation.
Okay.
Well, I did get his his vendor form today via email. So usually I don't accept those, but with the dog orphans and sponsorship and all that, I did. So he at least did that. And when I last spoke to him, he said he was all set with you guys and working with you guys. He had no issues the last I knew.
Yeah, I mean, we should be on track. I haven't seen a sign-up list or anything, but, we're still 2 weeks out. Yeah.
Okay, this weekend on Saturday, I have to make a trip to the storage unit, pull everything out of there, take an inventory of what we have, figure out what I need to replace, what we have, what I gotta fix. So, either one of you guys available for assisting in that?
I'm not.
Where are you going?
I tell you, but
John, you might still be under quarantine, right?
I'm fine this week.
Okay,
What day?
Saturday.
Yeah, maybe. Let me check with Christine.
Okay. All right.
Well, are you doing weigh-ins this Saturday, Tony?
Yes.
So you have to let John know the hours of that.
Yeah, we were gonna we'll talk about that when we get to the Pine Ridge Derby cars.
Okay.
Which is right now if we're done with entertainment.
I'm done. You
Go for
done?
it.
John, you done?
Go for it.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
So far, if we actually do sell a car to Keith, which he just indicated he wants one, that means we've sold a total of 4.
And Justin bought 2.
And Justin bought 2
Well,
of them.
there was 3. I picked up the money from Justin when I did the truck surveying. So he gave me money for 3 cars. So this week we will go to all the businesses and double check to see if they have sold any.
Well, Harry's Pizza has told me that they have sold none.
All right.
Okay,
Well, we'll double check.
yeah. So, my idea is that we've sold less than 10, maybe less than 5.
It was a fantastically fun idea.
Yes.
I just don't know if we have enough time to. If by the time we got everything together, I don't know if we have enough time to decide the way
No,
we needed
that's
to.
not really valid. We get, it was a whole 4 weeks. If you do it earlier than that, then they forget about it. Okay? 4 weeks is the right time frame. That's what we do for Cub Scouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. you know?
Well, I sat at the library lawn with those cars piled up, so when people were riding, everyone's looking. A few people questioned, and that was about it.
If we had, I'm wondering, yeah, Mary, that made me think, if we had a weekly event in town, like the farmer's market was in years past. It might help sell the cars. We also got no help from the local newspapers. You know, I think, what did I send you guys? We're page 19 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not doing anyone a solid.
Okay, well, we got 4 or 5 cars. What do we do?
Well, let's blast Facebook social media again and hit the surrounding towns and see what happens.
According to the paperwork that I put in each one of the kits, the first weigh-in would have been this Friday from 6 to 8 at the Mumford Lodge. The second weigh-in would have been this Saturday from noon to 12 at the Mumford Lodge.
Noon to 12?
Very short.
I mean, 10 to 12.
And
10
what
to
was,
noon.
What,
Okay,
what was the time for Friday?
6 to 8, and then 10 to 12 on Saturday. And then we had left open, reserved a additional date for the ones that came in on Saturday that may have failed. They came back. We had one other evening that was going to happen during the week, depending on the number of cars. You know, it was by appointment, I guess, for the ones that missed, or the ones that had to rework their car from the Saturday check-in. So I don't know what to do with that when we only have 5 cars that are sold, you know?
I mean, with 5 cars, it doesn't, even at 10 cars, it's a lot to set up and manage.
At 10 cars, I can race 10 cars on that track in less than 10 minutes.
Right. So it's
Yeah.
like, it just doesn't even, so at this
It's
point.
not an event.
No. At this point, I would kind of say, pick them up, get a final number, and then after refund the people that have bought them, try again the next year. Because you have all the parts, although you've said you could also use them from Boy Scouts, so.
Yeah. I'm not worried about the investment we've made in cars. We can either get our money back on that, or we can use them again next year and advertise earlier or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just not enough. It's not enough interest.
Yep, I agree with that.
Well, should we wait till we double check all the businesses downtown first
Yep.
and then make a decision?
What I can do is this week I can go down and ask people for numbers on how many cars they sold. If we don't get, what's the number? What's the magic number?
20?
20. If we don't sell 20, yeah, then we call it, refund it. Let them keep the car. And then we just refund their money. Right now, it's just the people that bought them, we actually know personally, so we can just go and refund them.
Some of them are extremely excited that they want to know when the race is so that they can go watch it. They're very, very excited.
Yeah. What we can do to those, like, Justin was one of them, we can just invite him to the next Cub Scout race and let him race that car, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Did you see my note about Justin's idea for next year?
Yes,
Yes.
it's in the minutes.
Yep. So, I mean, I think we give this one more good go next year, give it a good push.
Mm-hmm.
Have Justin fill out a grant form for some of the cars and try it again.
More participation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then with a little bit more lead time too, he can also plug it in his newsletter, the library newsletter.
Yep.
Maybe some of the scary part is people want to participate and they don't mind the $20, but they have no place to make their car.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm not really sure. I guess I don't even really know why people, if it's a barrier, $20 is a barrier of entry, or or what you were saying, Mary. Don't know.
Okay,
Okay, let's move on. Beer garden. Okay, we're pretty much set with that. Keith and I made a field trip.
It was a tasty field trip.
And we tasted some. There was a lot of good stuff there. We picked out the flavors that we want. You saw a series of emails go out today where, we're talking about setting that up. So, any questions about that? I don't think so. He's gonna work up the final details from that. Soda concession. How are we doing with soda stuff?
I am going to, I did get the new filters in.
So you have new filters?
Yep.
Right. So they're the right size, they fit all of our hoses and stuff, and,
Yeah, they're the same exact thing that we
Oh.
had last year.
okay,
So, probably this weekend, I'll do a test run of everything, make sure it's all good.
you won't need to screw it to the bar or anything for
No,
that kind of
no, I
stuff.
can just kind of,
Yeah,
make
put a
sure.
tap on it and see if we can get
Yeah.
it to work.
Yeah.
You're gonna supply all the, so you got all the CO2 set up for that?
Yep.
Get the CO2 set up for the beer garden as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, they just need the CO2 for the beer garden, right? They're bringing the regulator.
They
and
have everything, as far as I know, okay, from what my conversation with John by email,
Yeah,
was they have everything, they're doing everything but the CO2,
okay.
okay? All right. Any more questions? Oh, I did get 20-ounce cups in with lids, and they're a kit, which means
They have to.
cups, there's lids in the
20
same
ounce?
package. Yeah,
We're doing 20 ounce?
no, they're for the soda thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't realize we were doing 20 ounce.
Yeah, I think we discussed it, and we decided we were gonna go to 20 ounce from the 16 ounce. Is that right, John?
That's correct.
Okay.
did you,
Okay. The only thing I'm nervous about is that's a lot of carbonated water flowing.
oh, you're putting ice in it
I
I
too.
think it's gonna be fine. It's not that much more at a time, and I don't think we came close to tapping the system out last time.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're still gonna use the same system and make it on the fly too, right? Yes?
Mhm.
Okay, it's gonna be pre-carbonated in the keg already.
Yeah, some of it will be pre-carbonated.
So when you pull it out of the keg, it adds more water to the keg, right? And then that'll mix with what's in there carbonated, and it'll carbonate the whole thing again, supposedly, so it should keep it
Yeah.
going,
If
right?
my theory works.
Okay. It's actually a good theory, but we'll see if it works.
Plastic scoops come in yet?
Everybody's going to Keith's house on Saturday to try some root beer and see if it works.
I don't have any mix.
Oh, do you want a container of mix?
Sure. No, I don't need it. I need to make sure the carbonation part
Okay,
works.
everybody's going to Keith's house on Saturday and drinking carbonated water.
No,
Busy
not
water.
doing it, not doing it. I'll watch, but I'm not drinking it. Did you get the scoops in yet, the plastic scoops?
No, they're on order though.
Okay.
I do have a whole bunch of stuff that has come in. Cups came in. I have, the protecting things for protecting the hose and electric cables and all of those that we got. I just got a whole bunch of new stuff. So, all of the things that we talked about that it would be nice to have, we have, except for a ticket counter.
Ticket counter?
We mentioned last year that we wanted to buy a a counter for counting
Oh,
tickets. but-
jeez.
Last year, I've been mentioning it for like 6 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's been quite a while.
Yeah, we haven't got one of those yet.
Come on, it's fun to get together.
Well, Keith counts so slow, I think he's still counting from last year's event.
6, 7,
All right,
8.
rides and games. I think we're all set with those. The latest addition was my acquisition of a tractor for the barrel train.
Don't forget to
So
check the
we'll be
oil.
all set with that too.
Don't forget to check the oil. Okay, I'll remind you,
What?
check the gas and oil
Hmm.
on the tractor
I
and
already did
extra
that part.
gas for, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we have extra gasoline coming?
I have a gasoline can I put just for that reason.
Yeah.
So we fill up both tanks and then we make sure we have a full tank so that we can keep them going.
Yeah, yeah, I remember a couple of years ago, we ran out of gas.
Yeah, we didn't have that issue last year. We refilled them when they ran. And the
It's
trains run
amazing how long
right up till 4 o'clock or 4:30 or something. People using up tickets and nobody wanted to go home. Yeah.
Good, they can stay and help clean up.
So,
Nobody wanted to do that either.
so Keith was
Neither
standing,
did I.
Keith was standing on the stage, and one of the things he said is, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Well, you can stay there if you want, but after a certain point, I'm
Everybody
going
was-
home.
Everybody was sick of COVID, and they were happy to get out, and they were all walking around the street eating cake, and they didn't want to go home.
Wait till everyone sees the food that we have, the vendors that we have, the entertainment, everything going on this year is, of course, better than last year. I can't believe the food we have coming.
We
Yeah,
had
no, it sounds really
we had people tell us that we had to get more food.
We've got quite the variety
That was
of,
my dad.
amongst other people. We have desserts this year as well, and we have the kids' strikes, the kids' knocker balls. We pretty much got a lot covered. I don't have an antique vendor yet. Still working on that.
If
We
you
still
have,
we still have to work out the details of the antique cars going in.
I will call Ingear and talk to Carrie. See, she was reaching out to Gill on Main, and I haven't talked to her since
to
last
confirm.
Friday.
is that the new seafood restaurant, Gill on Main?
Yeah, that,
Yeah. The Grill on Main wanted to do something too, but they haven't come back to us and told us any final thing or something. So,
If there's things that you want me to hit, in the final press release, email them over to me tomorrow morning. Like you said, the food seems to be,
food is fantastic this year.
so we wanna hit that.
one of the big things that we're gonna do in that part press release is we're gonna have to mention the traffic and the parking.
Yep.
But
like I said, that has to go out tomorrow. And unfortunately with the timing of Octoberfest this year, it's like, at least one of the newspapers is gonna come out the day of Oktoberfest, so it's,
But
Well, it's
last
better
year,
than after.
last year wasn't much different because Oktoberfest was on the 2nd. So it was still early in the month.
you still had a day to go, oh, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow, as opposed to, oh, that's what I should have done today.
Okay. It's different than when Oktoberfest was on like October 7th or something,
Those were my favorites.
You gotta wait for years for it to get there.
Had an extra.
Well, you can put in vendors. We still have some space for some more vendors.
How many more? Like 20?
Well, I got an email today, but just because they call it or email, they don't always send in the form. We can reach 125 and we are up to 106.
So-
That I have hands on 106, it'll be 107 if I work with the Board of Health and about that peanut.
So about 20 slots.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we got room for another 15 or 20.
About 15 to 20. Okay.
Come on, people. I want to reach 120. I'd be happy at 120, but that would be super awesome.
And that's our ice cream guy.
Oh, you can show Keith John can't see it, but you can always send him a picture of the vendor
That's
pass to get through.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we had worked out with the police chief is that all of the vendors are gonna come in from
Nice.
the Cook Street barricade. It's gonna be one-way traffic coming in with vendors, starting at 6 o'clock. And then, we're gonna give the vendors that so that they can show it to get through the gate. Not all of them will print it that color. Some of them will print it like this,
Yeah,
right?
either way.
Both of them will be acceptable. Okay.
And we sent that off
And the
to
police
the
chief.
police department to okay it. So now I'll be able to finish my map and contact all the vendors. There's only like 2 that don't have emails, so I will mail them their form. Everyone else can print up their own. And there's gonna be a few that don't have it.
Yeah.
And don't remember what their site is.
Anything else?
Keeps me hopping in the morning.
Anybody have any ideas? Anybody want to try something new?
Vacation for the committee after a year's worth of an
So
event.
we've got 2 weeks. I think we're locked and loaded here.
We're locked and loaded.
The only thing I'm looking for is more vendors.
Okay, so we do have 20 hay bales coming. Okay, so we have those. Somebody asked that we didn't put hay bales somewhere.
They did not tell me that. Someone doesn't want hay bales near them?
Yeah.
They're at the stages and that's it.
I
The
can
Jenks,
almost
that,
guarantee who it is.
it was actually the Jenks store.
No.
The Jenks store asked if we do not put hay bales in their back, on their back lawn. So we don't want hay bales in the back lawn.
For the stage, for decoration? But we pick it up.
We
Yeah,
we have them there for the stage to give some sort of ambiance because the guys play on the ground.
the problem with that, okay, is that it leaves, when they break, they leave hay behind.
I know that happens, but why is that a problem?
Well, they don't want broken hay bales on their property.
I can read
So
Keith's mind.
I kind of get that. So, all right. So
What happens if we put a tarp down?
No, no.
No.
If we
No, you
use-
don't wanna do that.
If we use the hay bales, okay, in the past, in the past, we've left hay bales on their property for a week, okay? They've asked us not to do that, you know? So that actually converted with, don't put hay bales on my property, okay? So if we use hay bales for stages, we're gonna clean it up and rake it up and not leave any hay bales behind that day. Because that's what we've been asked. All right?
Well, there's a difference between clean up or don't have it. So,
Yeah, but if we, I'm just saying that, you know, if we bring a hay bale in there and we use it for stage, for ambiance, the problem is ambiance has people sit on it and they end up breaking them and then we have to pick up individual things when the hay bales are broken.
So if we're more judicious about where we put them in the beer garden, then people won't be inclined to sit on them. Like I'm thinking, if you put them near where the musicians are, like leaned up or behind them, people won't sit on them there. And then if you put them leaned against the bar, people won't sit on them there, or against the tent or something. And
Okay.
then, I mean, the cleanup thing is fine if we can offer to rake it up. Can they like give us the grace of a day or a week?
No, we won't get that.
And I
Okay.
wouldn't, I'd be honest with you, I wouldn't do that either. If I had somebody tell me, I'm gonna come back sometime next week and clean that up, okay, then I would say, yeah, right, then don't do it. Because it just doesn't happen, you know, we all
So-
get busy with stuff, and then for some reason I can't get there and clean it up, and then, you know, it blows all over the place. All of that kind of stuff gives us a bad name if we can't
Fair,
jump-
no, fair enough. But I just want to give us the grace of Saturday. I'm thinking I'm having horror nightmares of last year where we were cleaning up into the dark.
Yep,
And it is just not realistic that we're going to rake up grass on Saturday night. But someone could come back on Sunday and take care of it with a leaf blower or a rake or something.
sure, I've done that stuff. I've gone there on Sunday at, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning and picked up hay bales that we left behind, you know?
It would, I guess all I'm saying is it would nice to be offered a little bit of grace, considering the event we put on with more people.
Yeah, all I'm passing on is based on past history where we've had hay bales there for a week or a week and a half, busted and falling apart. They've asked us not to put hay bales there, based on that. So,
Okay, so what else can we use instead of hay bales? I'm just, if you can avoid that whole situation.
Corn stalks.
Yeah, corn stalks, but Tony, is this a non-starter? Like, are they done with hay bales, or like, do we get one more year to kind of clean up our act?
okay, I just told you what they asked me.
Wait.
They asked me not to put hay bales there, and it was based on the fact that we don't clean them up.
All right, they're
Okay.
not giving us another chance, John. It's done.
Okay,
Sorry.
corn stalks, I guess. Mums, if anyone gets mums.
Really scary scarecrow.
I will refrain from comment on that one.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure out decorations. Let's not spend any more time on that at the moment. I do have hay bales coming. I'm gonna talk about stalks to Whittier, and pumpkins. We'll see what we get. And we'll figure out what we have to do, we'll make it work all right. We'll figure something out. And then we just have to make sure that it's sustainable, that we can, that we can clean up the mess and make it look presentable within a reasonable amount of time.
I do not have any scarecrows.
Okay, so, what else? So, for stage, the stage up at the end of, up at the Mumford Lodge, what are we doing for stage setup this year?
Same as we did last year. So we bring the trailer over there, and we stack some hay bales.
Okay, so you're gonna use the trailer as the stage?
Yep.
Awesome.
That looks awesome.
I mean, unless anybody's complaining about the biodegradable hay that goes on the lawn over there in front of the trailer, are they okay with that?
I didn't get a...
I have not
Okay,
heard
so they're
any
not, like-
complaints.
Oh, okay.
We didn't hear anything from the church.
Oh, no,
Weird, okay.
no. I talked to the
Easy to work
pastor.
with, I like that.
Yep, I talked to the pastor himself and his wife. They were both super nice and explained what we're doing, and they were just all excited. They were actually, their boys were excited about the Pinewood Derby cars, but it is what it is.
Okay,
So just not to put too fine a point on it, but they're not trying to make a problem where a problem doesn't really exist. That's very nice of them.
They had no comments, no complaints.
you gotta be civil.
I had
I
suggested.
don't, actually. It's my last year. I can tell everyone exactly what I think.
No. No. We haven't discussed that yet. Just ask my Boy Scout leaders. They all know. Anyway, anybody got anything else?
I sent a message to Dave Brannigan and Melissa Whitkiss for volunteering, and I have not heard back yet.
Oh, speaking
So-
of that. Somebody
And
said-
my brother said he's coming for the ticket booth. He works the ticket booth all day, and he only wants like an hour for lunch.
Yeah.
Can we cut that down to like
Wait till he
45
smells.
minutes?
Yeah.
He's being a little greedy with his amount of time off. I don't know how he does it year after year.
Wait till he smells greater good all day.
You,
Not greater good, good stuff.
you need to thank him on behalf of the committee.
Hey, are we gonna do an order at Jumbo Donuts for breakfast and whatnot?
No.
Somewhere else?
Yeah, what about the bagel places downtown? Bagels.
Their selection has been extremely thin when I've been in there, but maybe someone else has had a different experience.
Well, I mean, if we give him a heads up of an order 2 weeks ahead of time, no?
I haven't seen donuts in there either.
Oh.
Do we need donuts?
I want a donut.
Even that morning, I'll have one.
You want a donut?
and I'm not supposed to have them.
You want a donut? You want a donut now? or you
Well, all
want-
right, John, you do have the Dunkin' Donuts in place, but near Indian Ranch is Honeydew Donuts. You can always work with them.
Oh, okay. No, I got an idea. How about M&J Donuts in Oxford?
Sure. Why don't you see if your wife can make some homemade donuts?
She's a bit occupied.
Yeah.
Poor thing probably doesn't feel well right now.
Actually, we haven't talked about prizes.
Wait, all right, so you're gonna check M&J Donuts in Oxford.
N as in Nick.
And this is Nick. N-N-J. Donuts.
M&J Donuts in Nick? What am I missing here?
They're donuts.
I
They're a
know.
good donut shop.
Okay,
How
but
about
where's the
that place
Nick?
in Providence, John?
Oh, jeez.
Can you stop there that morning?
Yeah, well, you're at the event so early in the morning. Why don't you go to Providence and grab donuts?
I'll still be in bed, John.
Yeah, he doesn't roll out of bed until like 9 o'clock that day.
I get up early for you guys. I'm there at 8 a.m.
Oh, good lord.
Give credit where credit's due. Keith was there early last year.
He was.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
there.
why was that? There
He
was
was there
some.
at quarter of
Tractor.
eight.
It was
No, it
the
wasn't the
Right.
tractor. It was something
Huh?
else. I think it was because of the barbecue event.
Yeah, he was there at like quarter of eight.
Yeah, it was because
he showed
of the
up in time to
barbecue
get a donut.
That's why
He
we
had to
never did
read
barbecue.
he had to read the directions for his alarm to see if it actually went that early.
Yeah.
I can come knock on your door really, really loudly at like 5:45.
I'll drive the
Don't do
barrel
that.
train up there with a bunch of students.
So who's gonna come down? Your daughter or your wife was really angry that you didn't get up with your alarm clock?
Oh, my daughter's worse of a morning person than I am.
All right, you gonna get coffee as well? I don't drink it, but how do you guys wanna handle the coffee? We made our own coffee last year and
Yeah.
left it in
Yeah.
the ticket booth.
It was too much work,
That's what
right?
it was?
It was a lot of work for what, for how much coffee you got actually drunk out of it. So
Yeah, let me see if I can do a box of
yeah,
Joe.
just get a box of Joe, yeah.
See if you can get a discount because you're getting so much.
Yeah, we'll see what I can do.
Yeah, donations are good.
I still can't believe that's even a thing. Could I have a box of coffee?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, it's like a box of soda syrup.
Yeah, it's still a bag of syrup.
Yeah, but it's a bag of coffee inside the box. It's the same thing.
I've never cracked it open.
It's not, they don't
Never
just
want-
pour coffee in a cardboard box and
I
expect
never
it to
wanted
stay
know.
there.
Really, because that's what it tastes like.
I wouldn't know, I don't drink it. Okay, we have to have a cooler full of ice with ice water for the police department and our workers.
Yep. That's a given, we always do that. Yep.
Okay,
All right, so, prizes. We get a bunch of prizes in, right? How much do we have so far?
Ay, 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 ay. We have to check the mailbox again, but we checked all the mailboxes last, like Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, we're up over $1,000 worth of prizes. We got Davis Farmland, they gave us two passes, and each pass has one guest. Two guests. So they're two separate prizes. So that was really generous. We have a Dave and Buster's. That sounds really cool. You were going to check with Roger Williams Zoo. Okay, you can reach out again.
Make that as part of my email tomorrow
Yeah.
to-do list.
And I'm gonna remember this.
It's in the minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Gets
so-
a little stressful at this
so
time of year,
I
Keith.
guess the question is, John, can you and or your significant other do up the prizes like you did last year?
I'm looking at Christine, and then she just looked away from me.
Oh.
They have a lot on their plate right now, especially
She
the
said
next
she
couple
can do
weeks.
it.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you, Christine.
Awesome.
Oh, my goodness. Thank
Christine.
you so much.
I don't know if you're a
She just
saint.
put up a naughty finger at you all.
Ah!
Okay, well.
I don't know if she's
and,
a saint
you know,
or insane,
she can-
but
Sorry, it was at me. It was at me, not at you. It was at me.
All right, so we will get them to you, what we have soon, so that you can start.
She is greatly appreciated. We'll even give her pizza the night after the event.
I'll give her some comp tickets for the yellow car on the barrel train.
Ah!
some content.
Yeah.
She said, how about free babysitting instead?
That's what he said.
That's what I said.
Stick the kids on the train.
Isn't the yellow
buckle them
car on the
up.
barrel train a babysitter?
She wants to know if you have any feedback for her on how it was done last year.
And how-
Oh yes, please give some critical feedback to the person that you're begging to do this again. That will go over well.
That's never stopped you, Keith, from giving feedback.
I think that
Fair point.
what years ago it was requested that some of the kids wanted to do the spinny wheel, so we put some kids prizes over there. And it worked the first year or so, but last year, maybe not so much, so we'll have to figure that out with what actually should go in that direction.
Mhm.
We did get Wright's Dairy Farm also for a prize. I know you guys like their cakes.
Oh yeah, they're fine if you like the best
Okay.
cakes in the world.
Once we pull all of the, all of the prizes together and stuff, then, we can just kind of sort them out into which bucket they belong. That'll make things easier.
If you need help with that, let us know. You've got a huge living room. We'll just put a pile over here and a pile over here and a pile over here, and there you go. And the kids
And let the
can.
toddler go wild.
That doesn't sound
Yes, and let the kids play with it to see, like, oh yeah, that monkey works really good.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can just say that they've all been tested.
Yeah, kid approved, kid
Yeah.
tested.
Kid tested. Yeah.
Poor Christine's probably rolling her eyes at this point.
We're all punchy at this point.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay, anything else?
Vacation at the end of the
All
event.
right.
No, a week following. I have art
We have-
convention after.
We have one more official meeting left before we pull this off.
My last meeting. I hope there'll be cake.
Not your last meeting. And that's next Monday. So, we'll be
Hey,
in
we
touch
should have
back and
cake. It's
forth
our 25th year for doing this
with a
event.
lot of,
We should have.
We should.
we have a lot of details to
Okay,
work out.
it's not
A lot of
gonna say
stuff we owe
Anything
each
but
other,
keep the state.
like, schedules and that type of stuff, so we'll get working on that.
Okay.
That it? Move to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Bye.
Aye.
It's